always staying in the know with cryptocurrency. It's your boy Crypto Millie back with another one. Today is Saturday, May 24th, and I want to talk about what I see personally going on in cryptocurrency. So if you like these type of videos, make sure that you stick around, comment, engage. Let me know how you feeling about crypto right now, man. We are getting a little bit of pullback, so would love to know everybody's opinion and sentiment. And of course, make sure that you like and subscribe, share this across all of your favorite social media platform. So Bitcoin holding around 109, right? And according to our research we did a few days ago, May 21st, we gave a market thesis based off the Bitcoin and the VIX analysis. Not going to really focus on the VIX because it is the weekend, those markets are closed, but BTC is holding around where we were on May 21st, which is about 109. Right now, the thing is a lot of the altcoins are starting to bleed, and the market itself is starting to creep back into that uncertainty area due to the fact that President Trump announced that from June 1st on, every EU export to the US will be hit with a 50% tariff. So again, once we start getting into that area where the sentiment is starting to come back, that the momentum is starting to come back, even the global liquidity has been rising. It always seems like we get some bearish news or something that throws a wrench in our ultimate goal, and that is reaching altcoin season. Wanted to reach that finish line for a while now. So the tariffs and the macro noise continue to kind of keep uncertainty out there. What we've learned the last 2 or 3 years now is that we never fight the Fed. So until we get some type of end of quantitative tightening, I do not expect us to go into a raging altcoin season. Bitcoin itself is a little different. It's trusted. The ETF flows are increasing, institutional interest in there. So I don't really like to compare Bitcoin specifically to altcoins until we start to see that Bitcoin dominance decrease. Until then, Bitcoin does seem to be a safe haven and a hedge against the inflation and the holes that we're starting to have in this economy, as I believe JP Morgan, or one of those elite companies, have upped their prediction on a recession. Let me know inside the comments if you think that we are getting a recession. I also got a few altcoins that I am paying attention to. I'll talk about that a little bit later in the video, so stick around. What I'm looking for BTC here from a TA perspective is just to turn the all-time high into support, which is around 108,000. Right here is this white line. If we can close this white line, if we can close above this white line on Sunday, that is fucking bullish for crypto. No matter what, and again, I'm not gonna say no matter what happens in the macro, because we got a lot of crazy stuff going on. But from a TA perspective, just pure charting, if Bitcoin closes above 108 with a clean close, right, I think that the trend will continue to the upside, right? Because this will clearly put us into price discovery and one step closer to a ETH liquidity rotation, right? Because at the end of the day, liquidity is rising, even though we are in this restrictive environment. We got to remember that's the US, right? Other countries have started QE, silent QE, whatever you want to call it, but they are moving in that direction. So not moved at all by what's going on. In fact, I put on my X. Make sure you go follow me on X, altcoin Millie. I'm buying here, right? So I am. I've been researching, and I've been putting a little bit more liquidity in the market. So I am actively buying right now. The market itself is now giving us a little bit of iffy here in September about this Fed cut. Now we're looking at a 60% chance of ease compared to a 40% chance of no change. So slowly but surely, we are kind of headed in a direction where we're only going to get 2 rate cuts, right? The promise was 3 or 4. Now it's looking like 2, right? Every month that goes by and we pause closes that window. So with that being said, we know that the June 1st tariffs will be coming back around, and there's a pause also scheduled in June. So I don't think June is really going to be that bullish. I think that's when we'll start our next correction. I do not think it's going to send us into a bear market, right? But again, who knows what's going to happen. As long as Bitcoin does stay above those moving averages, that bull market band, and we start to see the top ERC20 tokens, ETH, and then the top Solana tokens, specifically Solana, those top tokens, staying above those bull market bands and those moving averages, that's a good That's good, right? Because even though we get some choppiness here and there for the next few months, the trend is your friend until the end. And remember, a lot of this is happening in the midst of absolutely no sentiment, no hype in cryptocurrency. The only people that's trading in the trenches, the same people extracting money. It's not like new people are coming in. I'm looking to learn how to do the trend, or they looking to learn about cryptocurrency. Literally in the real world, like people asking me about cryptocurrency even has died down. So I can feel that the social sentiment here and social I'm about to say social intimacy. The social sentiment here is it's not a lot of hype. Yet Bitcoin itself is hanging around all time high. So just keep that into perspective for anybody thinking, hey, am I late, Millie? Grand scheme of things from this bull cycle, yes, you're kind of late. But this next leg, I don't think you're late to this next leg. Now, there has been a lot of talk about the Bitcoin golden cross. There's been a Bitcoin golden cross. And historically, every time we've had that golden cross in 2016, Bitcoin went up 139%. In 2017, Bitcoin went up 2,200%. In 2020, Bitcoin went up about 1,200%, right? But you got to expect a short-term dip first. And this is kind of aligning from what we could possibly see in June, right? We got the golden cross. Everybody's going to assume we're just going to blast off all of here, and the market does the absolutely opposite, right? Because you can see in the comments when people comment on my videos, oh, man, Millie, I'm broke right now. Nobody has money to buy crypto. And then the marketing aspect, when I think about people hitting me up for marketing deals, it's like hit or miss. It's not like how it was when we in full bull run with retail interest. You see a lot more companies paying for that marketing. So expect a 10 to 15% dip short term before a liftoff, right? Salute to Cal Chassis. He did a video, and I wanted to turn his video into a visual. So salute to him. He actually did the video. But if you don't know what a golden cross is, a golden cross occurs when the Bitcoin's 50-day moving average crosses above its 200-day moving average. This technical indicator has historically been one of the most reliable bullish signals in crypto markets, often preceding major upward price movements. And this is just what we've had based off history, guys, ladies and gentlemen. This is just what we've had based off history, right? Experts are expecting the reload zone to be around 98 to 100K. So look for that 10% to 15% dip for Bitcoin and possibly 40% dips for altcoins as they bleed, right? Expect a flash sale incoming around June, right? June, we get another pause, and then the tariffs for the EU will be implemented from there on. So you got to expect some type of volatility somewhere around June, especially the fact that we've pumped and we pumped through the sell in May, go away theme. So I am expecting a small correction in June. And am I expecting a full bear market? Absolutely not. The market has shown us, right, and just based off things, pro crypto government, pro crypto president, that we should be able to continue this trend going into 2026. Don't let this dip scare you. Stack smart. Practice, responsibility, but use it as an opportunity to position yourself for the next wave. Of course, remember, guys, this is not financial advice. Golden cross signals, while historically significant, do not guarantee future performance. All right. Cryptocurrencies are highly volatile and risky. Always do your research and never invest more than you can afford to lose. All right. Now, global M2 is exploding, so you got to think that, okay, we should be receiving some of that liquidity into cryptocurrencies. The Independent Reserve Crypto Index Singapore reports rising XRP adoption from 14% to 17%, ETH surging from 41% to 48%, and Sol and Doge edging up around 19% each. So we are seeing adoption increase, not just out here in the States, but across the globe. Fellow increases exposure to Tau in its strategic crypto reserve. You can see Tau's ecosystem is back up. I love the Tau community. I've never seen, you see what happens in Solana. Sometimes you get that downtime. That's all this was. It was a little bit of downtime. It's okay. Bitcoin is even slow. Guys, it's not the end of the world, right? People were on Horror's post when he posted the new Janction roadmap, like hurry up, dude. Are you not seeing the hacks? We just had a hacker with Sui. We had A0. Like, guys, let these people build. Let them work. Stop rushing this shit out because you wanna fucking become crypto rich in 15 seconds on the 15-second chart. Like, stop that. Let these people build really good stuff. Because you want stuff to be rolled out fast, and then when it get hacked and you lose all your shit, now you mad. Now you mad twice. Let them build. All right? Let these people build. I wanted to make sure I was recording there, guys. Let these people build. So we do have some news on the Jasmy front. Janction roadmap has been released, and Fellow is increasing exposure to TAO in its strategic crypto reserve. Right? Fellow, the leading crypto exchange in Nordics, today announces a third reallocation of its crypto treasury, further increasing exposure to TAO. I am extremely bullish on TAO's ecosystem and the subnets. Guys, if you want to know what subnets I hold, check out the Patreon for exclusive content. I've been dropping a lot of research papers and things that I've been creating in the Patreon, man. It's really, really good things. If you like that type of knowledge of exclusive content, be sure to join that. If you want to continue exclusive content conversation, you can join be sure to join the council here. So, yeah, like what I'm seeing there. If you're building your portfolio, I'm loving what I'm seeing from some of the newer crypto trends. So there's a lot of hype in our Discord about Zebek. You can also, Discord is free, guys, but there's been a lot of hype in our Discord about Zebek protocol, ZBCN. If you want to see me do ZBCN videos on this channel, let me know in the comments, like and subscribe. Go do your research. I'm not going to talk about too much about ZBCN, but it's my top DeFi payment token. Okay, top DeFi payment token. And if you know about the trajectory of the POSs, right? Man, this could get spooky. All right, I like DAG. You can have both of them. If you like Jasmy, DAG, they've both kind of fall into that big data market. There's also a new narrative emerging within artificial intelligence called the WearFi narrative, right? Monetizing movement, move to earn 2.0, and health data sovereignty. Users own and monetize their fitness data while contributing to global health research through privacy preserving protocols. I think AXGT has the health ring. They have a health ring. There's a lot of other crypto projects that's coming out with these health rings, and WearFi is an emerging narrative. So something to keep an eye on. Not say buy everything under the WearFi narrative, but start your research now and keep an eye on. Maybe this is a short-term opportunity. It can pump short-term. You make your money, you get out, and then you invest into something you may have a little bit more conviction in, right? Move to earn 2.0, and then the rise of RWA and DPIN, physical meets digital. A lot of projects out there that's trying to do tokenized real estate. Go do your research. I don't have to name them. You go do your research. Decentralized infrastructure, community-owned networks for wireless storage and computing power. There's a lot of subnets that's helping with computer power storage. You got Honey, Hive Mapper that's doing stuff with mapping, right? So pay attention to some of these DPIN projects that have legit products that generate revenue, guys. There's a lot of new emerging narratives. All you got to do is go out there and do your research. The AI and meme economy, culture as a currency, right? AI generated content, AI agents, social trading, social arbitrage, social economy, right? What's it called? I see the new narrative I see on internet, internet capital markets, and just tokenizing content in general. Just look at everything that's happening within the Twitter economy as far as tokenization. So that's pretty much all I got for you guys. Make sure that you like and subscribe if you want that exclusive content. Consider some of the exclusive groups. Don't fret. Not too worried about this correction. I'd rather correct now in the weekend so we can start off the week good. Right? But remember, this is the end of May, right? This is the end of May, and there are some macro wins that we are headed into going into June. So even if we do get a nice week next week, and I wouldn't be surprised if next week is all green, right? I do expect that correction to happen somewhere, and a real correction to happen somewhere in June, July, before we get ready for the potential altcoin season in Q4. It's your boy Crypto Millie. I'll see you in the next one.